this trend where whenever there is something to talk about, I do these lives. Or abhi filal, I don't know how many people are with me, but let me check. People are joining in, and today's live is more about understanding what's happening on the India's got latent controversy, and how it has actually divided quite a few people down the middle. Some are saying that it's while it is a witch hunt, which a lot of people agree to, but also a lot of us saying that they also deserve all the negative attention that they are getting. At this point in time, of course, it's hard to say where this entire controversy will go for most people, but I can tell you that from whatever I've seen and whatever I've reported over the years, I feel that this controversy will also die its own death, and very soon, all the people who are involved in this controversy are going to only benefit out of it than to take a big hit, except for Ranveer Allahabadia, whose audience is very different. So, which is why he will suffer the most in the short term. Maybe in the long term, he will also recover. But the likes of Samay Raina, who runs this show, is going to benefit eventually. I feel a lot from this, because until now, even I didn't know who he was, but now everybody knows who he is, and that little girl Apoorva, the rebel kid. I don't know what she's rebelling against, but whatever she's rebelling against, she will have less things to rebel about, because she's really become famous, which is what you really want when you do something like this. But today, I want to do this live and welcome all the 10 people who've joined in. If you can just uh, comment hi and your location where you are from, I'd love to know all of you, and take your names as well from where you are. At least I know that you all are there, so I don't feel like I'm yapping all alone. What I've done today for this live is मैंने ना कुछ वीडियोस निकाल के रखे हैं जो I've been researching since quite a few days, and a lot of it is popping up on everyone's feed, but obviously इतना ज़्यादा content आ रहा है कि it's difficult to actually keep track of what is it that you really want to talk about and see and show. Hi Pramod from Mumbai. I'm also from Mumbai, but right now I am in the UAE, like you know. Anyone else would like to just send in your messages, and I would want to acknowledge that you are here. Before I start showing you the videos that I've taken out for you of Samay Raina, to just understand, get a perspective about what is comedy for this person. Because I understand comedy is subjective, and a lot of people have said this. I'm not saying anything new, but comedy is subjective. If it makes you laugh, it can make you laugh less, and it can make you laugh more, but it has to be funny. So, I'll give you a small example and relate it with what I do, a lot of it for living. Just say, for example, you know that I do film reviews. I write for the Times of India as well, and I have my own platform called ReviewRon, and I'm accredited on Rotten Tomatoes. So I do a lot of international film reviews as well. Now, film reviewing, again, watching films and giving a review for it is absolutely judgmental, and it's each to his own. ऐसे वाली बात है. But when I do it for a professional platform, I have a certain parameter. So there are three main parameters on which I judge my or I base my review on, and I judge a film, which is, the first thing is the genre. If it's a comedy, if it doesn't make you laugh, it's a failure right there. I mean, there's nothing more to talk about. So if it's a comedy show and it's not making you laugh, the majority of the people who have seen it on the public platform like YouTube haven't laughed. They've in fact only got offended. Only for the few people who were there were laughing. I don't know what was the reason for them to laugh on India's Got Latent, that show. Were they uh, part of it as a PR strategy, or like they paid to be there and they knew that by being in a controversial show like this they will get the eyeballs and they will get the popularity? So that's one. So if it's a comedy, doesn't make you laugh, it's a failure right there. If it's a horror, if it doesn't scare you, it's a failure right there. If it's an action thriller, doesn't give you the thrill, then it's a failure right away. That's how I judge the first big parameter. The second parameter is, it you have to feel something for the characters, something at least, like you don't always have to root for them. You can feel hate, you can feel anger, you have to have some kind of emotional connect with the actor on the screen. If you're indifferent, then again it's a failure. Like you're like, भाड़ में जाए, मुझे फर्क नहीं पड़ता क्या हो रहा है इसके साथ अब, because it's so boring and it's so like I'm not connected anymore. and the third and the most important thing is that it has to be entertaining. So these are the three parameters that I base my reviews on. So even in this case, the comedy, which was not funny. Now let me give you a little bit of context. A lot of people, a lot of you have joined, but nobody is really sending in the messages. So if you would do that, I'll take your names, and I would like to know from where you are from. Like Pramod did, he's from Mumbai, and currently, the first thing that I want to show you is this. This is one of the memes that's floating around on X, which says, "मैंने ये सब गाली बोल दी, चल अब हंस." This is exactly the sentiment, which seems to be the overarching theme of this guy's comedy, which they call dark comedy. But dark comedy is not that. It's a very different way of portraying dark. There's a different way of portraying dark comedy, and the meaning of dark comedy is also different. It's a kind of comedy that is sad, but there is some sad reality in it. A lot of times, it is much subtler than just giving galis. And this is what Samay Raina does. So uh, I don't understand how he can call this dark comedy. Now, the other thing that I want to show you is this another video, which I thought was extremely in poor taste. Let me just get through to this. Okay, this is the video I want to show. Wait, not this. This. Yeah, this is the video. Let's see this one first.
Just because of memberships, I am in profit. समझ रहे हो तुम? मेंबरशिप की वजह से ही मैं प्रॉफिट में हूँ, वरना और मैं खुश भी हूँ मेंबरशिप की वजह से, क्योंकि इस टाइम पे मेरे को ओटीटी कुत्ता पैसा फेंक रहा है मेरे मुंह पे, हर ओटीटी कि भाई लेटेंट हमारे चैनल पे ले आओ, लेकिन उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, बहुत कंट्रोल करेंगे फिर वो। तो बिकॉज ऑफ मेंबरशिप्स आई कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंट, रियली बिकॉज ऑफ मेंबरशिप आई कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंट कि बहन मैं कुछ नहीं चेंज कर रहा शो में, मुझे नहीं हटाना ये जोक, मुझे नहीं करना वो बीप, मुझे रखना है ये, इससे हो सकता है कंट्रोवर्सी हो, पर मुझे रॉ रखना है भाई। जस्ट
So, did you see what he said? He said, "Okay, I know that this is going to cause a controversy. This is going to create a controversy, but I'm okay with that. I want to keep it, and I don't want to give it to an OTT platform because they will obviously want to monitor it and censor it." So he knew exactly. So this is my problem now. You cannot apologize now and say that I'm sorry, because you know exactly what you're doing. And uh, while he is young and he's being loved by so many people who like this brand of humor, but this isn't something that was it just happened, and now they're all out saying sorry and they want the whole thing to die down. Maybe uh, some part in them is also happy that this has happened, that because they knew that the controversy will happen at some point, and it was the, let's call it a disaster waiting to happen. But जब हुआ तो इतने बड़े scale पे हुआ that everybody knows him now. So I think that it cuts both ways. In at least in Samay's case, nobody knew him. At least Ranveer has a lot to lose. This guy really didn't have much to lose because he was not part of the larger fabric of the country or the world. People didn't know him beyond his memberships and that cult community following that he had with the kind of Gen Z people who think like him and think that this kind of humor is funny. So for him to chalo, he's become part of the dinner table conversation, which he never would have become otherwise. This is what he wanted to be. So which is why he did this. And now I think in hindsight, when I see this video, which I just played out for you, where he's saying that I don't want it to go to an OTT platform because they will censor it, and I know controversy can be, it can spark a controversy, but I'm okay with that. So now the controversy has happened, and clearly he has to be okay with it because he knew this is going to happen. But bichara Ranveer, I mean, not a bichara really, but the kind of content that he puts out and the kind of image that he's striving people for people, to actually look at him in a certain way, he is definitely in for a rough ride. We're getting more people joining in. Are you covering the Champions Trophy? It's a little off topic, but no, I'm personally not covering it. Maybe the India-Pakistan match, if the BBC wants to cover it from here, then I'll cover it in the way that I can. But the station that I work for, Talk 100.3, they are doing the ball by ball commentary. So we're doing a ball by ball commentary in the station, and which is in the studio as well as from for select matches. It's going to happen from the stadium as well because these matches are happening here in Dubai. Now, I'm sorry that I played the video earlier, which had some cuss words. There was no way for me to bleep them, and I run a risk of doing this every time I play Samay Raina's videos because every time he says opens his mouth there are a few galis that come out. um, Pramod is saying he's only doing it for controversy and it's not dark, it's vulgar. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Now see, to see things in perspective, because now he's not going to come out and talk clearly, you have to see his previous work and you have to see what he said previously, because all of this that has happened is it's not something that wasn't expected. If you're going on a public platform like YouTube, whether it's a membership forum or whether or it is a public video, you know that somewhere or the other it is on internet and nothing ever gets deleted on internet. Ultimately it is going to make its way to the larger audience, and the reaction will be somewhere close to this. And I don't know how Ranveer didn't see it, because he has been on YouTube for a long time to know that once the video is on the platform, it's very easy. YouTube is the most insecure insecure no, like मतलब ज़्यादा security नहीं है वहाँ पे आपके link की, which is why a lot of professionals never use YouTube to share their work internally. Like if for example, when filmmakers want to share their screeners with us, the reviewers, they'll send us a Vimeo link because Vimeo is far more secure. YouTube is not secure at all. So अगर आपका membership में video है या आपका unlisted में है, there's every chance that it will get leaked. There is not much security there, like most Google products. So to say that it's not say that it's not going to it's not something that they thought about it's completely it's nonsensical. Okay, we're getting another message. Pratik, hi Ronak, what's new with the case? Is Geeta joining? No, there's nothing new in the case. Okay, I'll tell you what's new in the case. Nothing much. I mean, now that the case is hot, every little thing will get reported and it will get printed out, and every time you type India's Got Latent and go to the news tab, you will get a few news stories. The latest is that all these guys have visited the police station, and Samay has to record his statement in 10 days. He hasn't done it yet. Police went to Ranveer's house. They didn't find him, but then he said, "No, I'm not absconding. I'm getting death threats, and my mom's clinic is also right now experiencing those kind of that kind of stuff is happening over there as well, because people are posing as patients and going to her clinic, and they're giving him death threats and all that, which is extreme, of course. I mean, that's not something that they deserve, but now it's happened, and now this entire process of how a controversy flows in India is going to take its course, because that's how controversies like these flow. And then the conclusion is that ultimately everyone benefits except Ranveer in this case. Of course, I keep saying this because I know, because uh, bhale in a smaller way, but I do that kind of content a lot. And if people like us get caught in these kind of controversies, it's much harder for us to recover than someone like Samay Raina, who thrives on this kind of controversies and this kind of content. What else? Ramanjeet is saying Ranveer got overconfident, felt he could take the risk. Yeah, last time I was saying this, that he felt he's too entitled and nobody can touch him. He can say whatever he wants. He can totally, like, be this cool, brash sort of a guy who can come out and be on the Gen Z sort of a platform or a show and say whatever he feels like, be himself, and then he can immediately just turn around and start interviewing the likes of the BJP leaders and the who's who from Bollywood, and be this really quirky yet sensible yet whimsical sort of an interviewee or interviewer who can get the best out of these people through his podcast. He thought that he's got it all, and really nothing can touch him. But this controversy is going to hit him really hard. I'm going to play more videos for you guys, so stick around, all the 21 people who've joined. Uh, patriotic Indian says people in India can't differentiate between satire and sarcastic comedy is vulgar and obscene. People in India can't differentiate, yes, between a lot of times between dark comedy. Even I can't. There's a thin line, you know. I'm not talking about anyone else. I'll talk about myself. It's a thin line. But here, it's not. That's not the case. There's no satire or sarcasm over here. It's just plain outright unfunny. That's my biggest problem. That is not even funny. Okay, now Rupa is saying it was for paid audience. Why was it leaked? Something fishy here. I just said it, like, you know, that on YouTube nothing is safe, bro. Everything can be leaked out very easily. So that could be one of the reasons. But secondly, yeah, what you're saying is also right, because like I was saying that for Samay, this controversy is gold. Like, who knew about? I literally didn't know who this guy was. I used to say Summer initially because मुझे पता ही नहीं था. Like, I know I looked like somebody's completely out of touch with what's happening around, but I'm sure a lot of you also didn't know, because if you're following my channel, you're like me, and the kind of content. One second, my boy is making a lot of noise. Sorry, you didn't have to. You didn't have to hear that. I just asked my boa to speak slowly. So yeah. So I was saying that a lot of we didn't know about this guy. So so now everybody knows about him, so that's great, that's working for him. And secondly, he knew that these kind of stuffs can cause controversies, and which is what he said in that earlier video that I just played for you. He said that he doesn't want to go to OTT platforms because they censor a lot, and he's happy with the memberships. He's making a lot of money. So it could be pre-planned. I mean, sure, this part could be leaked by one of them. Now they'll never come out and say that. Nandini Samant has said it's not funny, also fake to look cool. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't funny. That's the biggest problem, you know. I mean, if you're a little reasonable, this is the first point that you'll have a problem with. Everything else afterwards. Monica is saying neither did I. Yeah, neither did you. What? Like, you didn't think it was funny, right? Yeah, so nobody did. Okay, now enough of us are here. Some 28 people have joined, so let's play that video again so that we get some perspective on this. ये बंदा देखो क्या बोल रहा है. अगर आपको इसके बाद भी ऐसा लगता है कि ये ही सॉरी, इज रियली सॉरी, देन ही इज नॉट रियली या देयर यू.
Just because of memberships, I am in profit. समझ रहे हो तुम? मेंबरशिप की वजह से ही मैं प्रॉफिट में हूँ, वरना और मैं खुश भी हूँ मेंबरशिप की वजह से, क्योंकि इस टाइम पे मेरे को ओटीटी कुत्ता पैसा फेंक रहा है मेरे मुंह पे, हर ओटीटी कि भाई जो लेटेंट हमारे चैनल पे ले आओ. लेकिन उसका प्रॉब्लम क्या है, बहुत कंट्रोल करेंगे फिर वो. तो बिकॉज ऑफ मेंबरशिप्स आई कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंट, रियली बिकॉज ऑफ मेंबरशिप आई कैन बी इंडिपेंडेंट कि बहन चोद मैं कुछ नहीं चेंज कर रहा शो में, मुझे नहीं हटाना ये जोक, मुझे नहीं करना वो बीप, मुझे रखना है ये, इससे हो सकता है कंट्रोवर्सी हो, पर मुझे रॉ रखना है भाई. जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ मेंबरशिप्स आई एम इन प्रॉफिट. समझ रहे हो तुम?
हाँ, okay, so he's saying that memberships की वजह से ही मैं profit में हूँ, because it is not something that would have been allowed on any OTT platform as well. As risky they are, as open as, you know, as crass they can get sometimes. A lot of stuff on OTT is also really bad. This gave him full control, and he knew that the controversy would happen. Okay, Monica said I didn't know who Summer was. Again, see, Summer, I said Summer. Even I didn't know who he was. Tara is saying, like you, I didn't know who this Samay guy was. Samay could have a role in this. Hai na? Like, come on, like everybody's talking about him now. I'm getting videos of him going to the airport and being clicked and asked a few random questions by some paps as well. तो ये क्यों पहले नहीं आया, अभी क्यों आ रहा है हमारे पास? Obviously the algorithm is seeing that you are watching his face and his videos, so it's pushing it more towards you. Right, I didn't know him too. Okay, I'm only saying this. Yeah, I was replying to the earlier comment of Monica. Rupa saying every sentence he utters has galis. Yeah, this is what, see, this meme I was sharing with you guys. It says, हाँ, मैंने ये सारी गाली बोल दी, मतलब the L word, the C word, the B word, the MC word, BC word, whatever, and अब तुम हंसो because I have said these galis. Now it's comical and you have to laugh now. Nandini is saying, oh my god, a lot of people use vulgar MCBC worse language unconsciously, and this should be a wake up call. I don't think it's going to be a wake up call for anyone. A lot of things remain in the woke world. I mean, you think people in the rural areas would really care for this controversy. They'll continue living. I think a lot of times about this, like when you look at the larger fabric of a country like India, when a huge UN cry happens for even much graver crimes like rape and murders and all, people who are going to commit it later, they don't really relate it because these a lot of these things happen in the in that strata of the society where these things don't even percolate down. This Twitter revolution, this entire hashtag game, a lot of this cancel culture, वो उन तक पहुंचता ही नहीं है, तो उनको उनका जो इफेक्ट है वो समझ ही नहीं आता है. And they it does, I mean, a very rare cases like the Nirbhaya case would, like, percolate down to the last level. Even there, then जैसे समुंदर में होता ना, नीचे नीचे there is मैरियाना ट्रेंच एंड उसके भी नीचे जगह है, उसके नीचे भी एक लेयर है. तो वैसा अगर कोई यूएन क्राई हो फॉर सच अ बिग क्राइम, सच अ बिग केस, इट पर्कुलेट्स डाउन टू मच डीपर. बट उसके नीचे भी है, उसके नीचे भी डिप्रेविटी है, वहां फिर भी होता है, इसलिए इतना क्राइम होता है. दैट्स माय रीडिंग ऑफ इट. आई डोंट नो इफ आई एम मेकिंग सेंस to all of you. But Raman is saying, I don't understand why people can't speak a few words without abuse. The reason I listen to you is because you don't abuse. I don't abuse even in regular. Like, I've often seen that, like, a lot of my friends, when they abuse, and sometimes even if I say something, a few words, I look so fake, and they say कि भाई तू रहने दे, तेरे से नहीं होगा, और सच में मुझसे नहीं होता है, because that's generally not how I speak. And also because I'm from Mumbai, so people in Mumbai don't generally cuss less compared to the other cities where people do cuss a little more. I mean, I don't want to create another controversy now, but I feel that people in Mumbai generally are less abusive. Lot of cities, in a lot of places, people abuse just in jest, ऐसे ही मतलब मस्ती में, in that spirit with friends. But Mumbai में वो भी कम होता है. Okay, let's play out another video. Rupa is saying, but every perpetrator got influenced by something they have consumed. Yeah, you might want to explain that a little more. I didn't understand that very, very much. Let's play out another video which I wanted to show you. Huh. Okay, I'm sorry. This one also has a little more. Hey, wait. Huh. This other video also has some cuss words. It's of Samay only, so obviously no points for guessing. I'm removing this. I'm going to add this video back onto the screen. But see, this is how he tells of people who feel bad or who feel that they've been offended. कहाँ गया? कहाँ गया? हाँ, not funny ये वाला. Okay, हाँ. Let's play this out.
कोई भी किसी को बुरा लगा है मेरी इस पूरे जोक्स का, अगर किसी को कहीं बुरा लगा है तो मैंने ऊपर एक फीडबैक फॉर्म रखा है, जो भी आपको लगा बुरा आप उस पे लिख देना और उस फॉर्म को फोल्ड करके फिर अपने गाने में डाल देना, ठीक है? बाय बाय, टेक केयर.
This guy can really not. Wait, actually, you know what? I'm doing this live on this Mac, and I'm a little new to Mac. I don't. कहाँ गया भाई? Stop हो जा. बस यहाँ पे. Okay, so sorry, I'm a little new to Mac. It's just been less than a week since I got this, and the picture quality and all that is very clear, but I'm having a hard time handling it because the Windows was so much easier. Yeah, Rupa, I got your context now. You're saying that people who watch crime and porn, obviously they get influenced. Yeah. And Nandini saying, I meant are affluent, educated, classy people. Samay and Ranveer came from the above strata. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. You think these kind of shows and these kind of stand-up comedy clubs and all that, the people who go there, they are absolutely affluent. They are in the full glory. They go there. They love to get abused. They sit in the front rows. They get told off for everything from the work they do, from the community they come from. They also get trolled for their parents and for their spouses and for their love life, for their orientation, everything, and they love it. They just completely, they pay for it. A couple of years back, this guy, Veer Das, he had said something about India out in the US, and I had actually got really irked, and I never do this. I said something very nasty for him on Twitter, and then it got a little worse because he then tagged the newspaper that I write for, which is very big, and said that if a reviewer, a film reviewer of this newspaper has a problem with me, then maybe I'm doing something right. And then it kind of was becoming little uncomfortable. So I had to kind of just back off because I got a little carried away, and after that, I kind of realized that everything that you do on the internet can have double effect. So, but it it in that time when that happened with me, it is pre-COVID, बहुत time हो गया, like 5 साल के ऊपर हो गया. तो तब इतना भी नहीं था, like अभी तो बहुत है, like for a Samay Raina to not know that if he's doing this kind of content and he's never gonna get in trouble. I don't believe that. How many of you believe that he knew that a controversy will get sparked and he will not just get in some trouble, but he will also get a lot of popularity? And trust me, guys, like from whatever you've seen and whatever we know, everybody who is on these platforms wants popularity. You think I don't want? Everybody wants. Yeah, come on. And let's not kid ourselves. Everybody wants views. Everyone who is on this platform, even bigger than me, much smaller than me, everyone wants that. Okay, Katie has joined us. Katie has been around for a while, right? You are a regular. If this goes unpunished, it will go a long way in normalizing leveling up such behavior in public. Absolutely, I don't think it should. And I have one more video to play for you guys of Samay, which will actually tell you that how this guy thinks, what इसके दिमाग में humor की जो परिभाषा और जो definition है वो क्या है, because it's definitely not funny for anyone, and yet in that video people who are sitting around him, because it's like a stand up, so I can't see the people who are watching it, they're laughing. I actually hope for himself and for the sanity of the other human beings watching it that it's doctored. But knowing this guy now from whatever I've seen and heard of him, I don't think it will be doctored. It is something that he would have said. Samar's dad is a well-known and respected journalist. Oh, I didn't know that. Tell us more about it. Seriously, I haven't really researched much about him because I've not got past seeing his videos. इतने सारे videos हैं उसके जो इतने ज़्यादा toxic हैं in many ways that you just keep seeing them and see a new level of depravity in every time he opens his mouth. Let's watch this one. Don't go anywhere, huh, guys. I'm getting this out for you. This one is a joke by Samay, and people are actually laughing. I'm gonna present it again to you. I'll go to okay, present, and sorry, guys, I'm taking a little time because this thing is not. I'm really not used to this. Yeah, okay, ye aa gaya, haan. I'm going to play this now. Just listen to this and tell me what your thoughts are. If you don't get, like, your blood doesn't boil, tell me.
गरीब बच्चा है मेरे पास, ठीक है, तो मैंने उसको ऐसे ही ना ऐसे 2000 रुपए का नोट दे दिया. जैसे मैंने उसको 2000 रुपए का नोट दिया ना, उसके 10-15 दोस्त बच्चे आए, भागे, उसको हाथ पकड़ा, उसको खींच रहे, उससे पैसे धक्का मार रहे, लेकिन लड़ाई हो गई वहाँ पे. एक बच्चा प्लेटफॉर्म से नीचे गिर गया पटरियों पे, एक ट्रेन आके उसको कुचल के चली गई. जो 2000 रुपए मेरे वसूल हुए ना, मजा ही आ गया भाई देख के. कहाँ मैं नेटफ्लिक्स पे देखता ये सब. जस्ट गरीब बच्चा है मेरे पास, ठीक है, तो मैंने उसको ऐसे ही ना ऐसे 2000 रुपए का नोट दिया. जैसे मैंने उसको 2000 रुपए का नोट दिया ना, उसके 10-15 दोस्त बच्चे आए, भागे, उसको हाथ पकड़ा, उसको खींच रहे, उससे पैसे धक्का मार रहे, लेकिन लड़ाई हो गई वहाँ पे. एक बच्चा प्लेटफॉर्म से नीचे गिर गया पटरियों पे, एक ट्रेन आके उसको कुचल के चली गई. जो 2000 रुपए मेरे वसूल हुए ना.
This is his brand of humor. Can you imagine somebody saying that a kid got, murdered by just getting cut below the train? I mean, this is what he finds funny. I'm not even getting words to explain what he's saying, because if this is what he feels is funny, and then people who are laughing at it, they're a different kind of people, and they don't really, I don't understand them. I don't understand this humor. Definitely it's not humor for me. John is saying, why blame Ranveer? There are thousands of such content. He's been targeted. Tomorrow some other news will overtake. Everyone will forget. I feel discussing this is of no use. No. Of course. I said it right in the beginning that everyone's gonna benefit out of it. That Apoorva, the rebel kid, I don't know what she's rebelling against. But that Apoorva girl, this Samay Raina, then that Sardarji, nobody knew them. Only Ranveer people knew, and that also a lot of people like you and me, thinking audience and all of that. We wanted to know. We wanted to see his podcast and see what kind of questions he's asking. He's going across to everyone from vastu experts to, like, dietitians to the politicians, actors, everyone's coming to him and giving him the kind of sound bites that make viral videos, and everyone was happy listening to it. And Ranveer was doing so well for himself, but he's the only one who's going to feel the. He's already feeling the full force of this controversy, and he's the only one who's going to uh, lose the most. He's the biggest loser in this entire controversy. Everyone else is going to benefit, and how? I'm telling you. And if it's not of any use discussing it right now, I know, but in hindsight, when you open this video after like a month or so, and you see where things are, or maybe a few months down the line, and when you see where all these guys are, Samay Raina and this Apoorva, the rebel kid, and all those people, then you will tell me how, in context, all of this works so well for them. You know, Samay, John is saying, Samay asking Mr. Bachchan regarding Rekha. Does he have sense asking to national television? Well, I think Amitabh Bachchan asked this for himself. He like kind of literally walked into it when he called him on his show, and then he has to be ready for anything and everything that this kid is asking. And this entire thing about him being like, little cute little thing where he can just say whatever he wants, it has worked for him. And I'm telling you, he's going to benefit out of this. Very very soon you're going to see that. Nandini is saying the BJP government is going to take up this issue, and he will be an example for others. Yeah, of course. This issue has overtaken so many other issues. So why not? Until something else comes up. You know how this issue got Udit Naran out of trouble so nicely. Sorry. Okay. So what is Nomad Tibet saying? Don't you think Ranveer is getting more scrutiny than Samay? Yes, because Ranveer is not known to do this. Samay is anyway known to do this. So I'll give you a small example. Like uh, if a dog barks, you're not going to say that, oh my god, dog is barking. But if a cat starts barking, you're like, "Okay, that's a cat. How is the cat barking?" I don't know. I just made it up. But you see, it's not his character, which is why people are really shocked. And I mean, I wasn't shocked because I kind of knew, and I know because I do these things. I mean, I make videos on YouTube, and a lot of people I know from behind the scenes. I understand that a lot of things are for views and are for becoming popular. Let's not kid ourselves. Everyone's here to get views. I mean, you think that uh, if he wouldn't have taken that whole Sanatan Dharma route, and he wouldn't have been talking about his journey, about his personal life, why would people watch him? He's just another interviewer. He wanted people to connect with him, which is why he showed his journey. When he talks about his personal life, his love life, that's another way of people relating with that aspect of life. So all the guys who are his age or who are going through a similar kind of situation in life would relate with him. Every time he talks about Sanatan Dharma, he gets a huge mass of people who want to talk about it and who want to go that way. Then every time that he sort of talks about his transformation from being an obese, uh, sort of directionless kid to this guy who is having a thriving empire, people get influenced, they get inspired. He realized that just being a podcaster is not going to help. He has to create a character. Ranveer Allahabadia is a character, and people are going to attach themselves to that character, which is why his podcast would do well. And I said podcast, sorry, yeah, it's podcast. And also the other thing is he's very aware that he's a good-looking guy. So his Twitter bio, I never actually saw his Twitter bio. First time I saw it after the controversy came out, and it says, "I'm pretty sure you've seen my pretty face on YouTube sometime, at least," something like that. To that effect, he had written. So he's very aware, like. But this thing, I think he lost awareness. He got very entitled. He thought he can say anything. Mommy, bio one karna jara please. Sorry, I broke into Gujarati there. Let me take more comments. Nandini is saying, Ranveer is a Muslim faking Sanatan Dharma. I'm a little disturbed about it. Is he? I didn't know this. I don't know about his community. Uh, Again, yeah, could be. The patriotic Indian saying Mac is fire. Yeah, it is. It's a little difficult. Okay, let me see if I can play you one more video from what I was searching. Actually, you know what? I had gotten out so many videos for you guys, but then when I started sharing the window, when I wanted to share the window on StreamYard, it this Mac said that you have to get that change some permissions from the system settings. मैं वो करने गया और सारे videos बंद हो गए, like सारे windows बंद हो गए, and then I had to do the whole thing again. So I still got like at least 10 out of I got like maybe 5 or 6 out of those 10 that I had taken out. But beyond that, I didn't get it. And yeah, I'd gotten out this video of this girl also, this Apoorva. I mean, how many of you knew her actually? I didn't, I'd never heard about her. I didn't know who she was. Nandini Singh, handsome is what handsome does, yeah. Rupa is saying some influencers say there are other grave issues to deal in the country than go behind the podcaster. Yeah, see, that is always going to be there. Anything like this is always going to be met with this kind of response. But again, I don't believe that two wrongs make a right, or if this is wrong, you should not call this out and continue talking about what else is wrong. And this is a much easier case to solve for any government. Like, I mean, this is, I mean, not to solve, but to actually feed into and get so much out of it, so much mileage out of it. So yeah, and also for the media, it's perfect. You see it? It's got the Gen Zs, it's got Instagram, it's got WhatsApp, it's got uh, the cuss words, it's got YouTube, it's got the entire recipe of becoming viral. So why would any national television also not make it prime time news? Metal Finger saying playing PUBG sometimes I hear such creative galis. I wonder if galis are turning into an art form in North India. I guess, I mean, not just North India, like right now, this is applicable. I mean, this is happening everywhere. John is saying, hope you don't fall in such controversies. Would love to see you talk. Will not be able to handle that. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you have to be careful when you are on live and all that. But I don't think I will, because I'm not that big. And people do not really generally care for me so much. I don't have a great community laughing at my joke like Samay had, or like Ranveer, who has so many people following his podcast. I don't think, unless you never know, भाई सोचना भी नहीं है इसके बारे में. KT Singh, I seriously don't get how people can't decipher a fake personality. The quality of his questions and the way he asked them should have given away that he's still very immature. Yeah, that I used to say. I said it in my previous live that this whole meet cute sort of this twinkle in his eye, and like saying things with a squint, and trying to go after them and ask them, I mean, things like, would you rather be dead, or whatever he used to ask on his. I seriously haven't seen an entire podcast of his. I only see those viral reels that come out. वो कभी कभार मैं देख लेता हूँ, but I always used to feel that he's saying these things with a certain entitlement. And of course उसकी गलती नहीं है, अभी आ जाता ना, like when you have been doing it for some time and you're seeing that so much at 31. I mean, he's been doing it for the last 4-5 years. He's been really popular and he's only grown from there. So in your late 20s, if you get this kind of attention and if you become like the toast of not just Bollywood but politics and like the religious landscape of the country, everything, then I think it's hard to stay grounded. You do get carried away. I don't blame him for that. I think कोई नहीं handle कर सकता. फिर भी अब तक उसने अच्छा handle किया था मेरे हिसाब से. Ranveer team miscalculated participating in the show. The intention maybe to gain some Gen Z, but backfired. Yeah, absolutely. So he's gonna like, he still have to pay a lot. And for me, I think for Ranveer, it's the biggest price that he has to pay is not the death threats that he's getting. Obviously, nobody's gonna harm him, and I'm sure the Mumbai police is capable enough of taking care of that law and order situation in the city. But uh, it's hurting him where it hurts the most. Like it's actually the fact that it's coming onto his core business, his career, the fact that now all the people that he aspires to interview will not come on his podcast for a long time, and a lot of people will want to distance themselves from him. All of this is the biggest loss that he's facing. Conversely, when you look at Samay Raina or this Apoorva, the rebel kid, again, what she's rebelling against, I don't know, I will say that. Uh, for them, this works beautifully because they know that they have nothing to lose. This is only going to put them back on the map. Not back, as in this will put them on the map, and this has done that. They have now become a face that nobody will ever forget. Whereas Ranveer was already a face, he didn't need this kind of publicity at all. Tara is saying absolutely clueless about this girl. Never knew girls could talk such disgusting language. Really? Especially in public forum, only men around her. Okay, some girls might want to respond to that. Nandini is saying, as long as you are aligned, body, mind, soul, Ranveer was always interrupting the guest to take mileage on his show, death threats, victim drama. Yeah, he used to do that a lot. I haven't seen full podcast, but I've seen, and now because I'm researching for this story, I'm seeing a lot of these things come up on my feed also. Do you want me to play a clip of that girl? It's too toxic. I don't know if you guys want to do that. I'm pretty much at the end of my live. If you guys want to say something, please do it now. I know typing takes time. Oh yeah, by the way, if you want to join in also, I made this, but I forgot to tell you. अगर आपको join in करना है, तो this is the live link. If you click on this, this is the best I could do. Yeah, get a short URL for you, and I'll be able to take you on. तो अगर ऐसे करना है तो we can continue this for some more time, because we have some time before I leave. I just sat like this without anything. Look at me, like wearing my karka t-shirt, this very casual jacket, not anything on my face. Even the light is very less, but I think it's clear enough because this new Mac has good picture quality. So I didn't think that I should really do too much. And also, you guys are here to listen and interact and not see me per se. And also, the idea was to show you those videos. Okay, we got another comment. Ranveer doesn't deserve any more punishment. I assume he's already lost pretty much everything. For a while, he's not going to lose everything uh, forever. He is going to come back, and his career may be looking like it's over for now, but eventually he will come back. Maybe in a smaller scale, but yeah, he will come back. If you do research, you will find that growing hatred for Indians abroad is substantially caused by ill behavior of Northeast. Okay. I mean, if it comes to the what you see on internet, then you're also seeing, if you see one video about, say, something that has been done by someone from northeast from North India, then you'll continue seeing that all the time. But this is more like a generalized statement. A lot of people, like a lot of cities, a lot of states have all kinds of people, and when they do something, it reflects badly on the entire country. Yes. Um, but yeah, that's a viewpoint. Are there any more comments coming in? Because I'm pretty much exhausted with the videos that I had to show you. There are more videos. Actually, एक वीडियो और था. हाँ, एक वीडियो और था जो मुझे मिला नहीं, but I had seen it on my Instagram feed where he was talking about this. I'm sure some of you might have seen it, where Samay Raina is talking about this kid who was 2 months old baby, and that baby needed a 16 crore treatment. And so the parents were asking for it, and there were all sorts of GoFundMe campaigns and all of that happening for that kid. And Samay is saying that if tell me, like, he's asking this to a girl who's sitting in front audience, that if you are a mother, wouldn't you want to, like, for once thought that you would kill this child, and he's doing this with his quirky smile and all of those things. And again, I don't think, I mean, the way he was saying, people were laughing, but the core of it wasn't funny. Maybe it was a made up story. I don't know if it was true, but a lot of things that comedians say are made up, right? They always talk about their spouses and about their mothers, and it's not like those things actually happen. Life isn't so exciting and so interesting that they'll get all the content from the people around them. Life is very boring otherwise. They always have to make up stuff. You always have to absorb a lot of things and add in things for effect and for drama. So yeah, so net, the idea of this doing this live was to show you that this controversy is getting more clear, and to show you that Samay Raina, this guy, is not funny, and B, he was not under any illusion that this was gonna happen. And somewhere down the line, I feel that this is what he wanted, and this is what he got. Obviously, when you manufacture a controversy, you can only start it. You can't sort of end it, or you can't actually direct it. It will take its own sort of course. It will have a mind of its own, which this controversy has, and now he has to really see where it goes. But ultimately, he's going to benefit a lot. So is that Apoorva girl, and so is that Sardarji. Ashish Chanchalani, I don't know. He's little indifferent in this whole thing. He's also being questioned, by the way. Some 50 people are being questioned, and there's this guy also who's come out, some kid from the audience, saying that I was there, and I saw how Ranveer, hugged that kid and pampered him and kind of consoled him and asked him so many times and said sorry to him. But we were not there, so I mean, I don't know whether to believe him or not. Seriously, there are more comments coming in. So Katie saying they're just blindly copying Western comedians. Then Monica is saying seriously, yeah, okay. And Katie saying वरना चलता है तो यहाँ भी चलेगा, वहाँ चलता है तो यहाँ भी चलेगा, या वेस्ट में, yeah, it's very different, Baba, in West. Nina is saying hi Nina, and it's very different in India. The things can go horribly wrong and in a way that you'll never imagine. Dr. Rajesh is saying, even though the same joke was mentioned in 2015 by Kanan Gill, this time I felt Ranveer directed the same joke as a mock to that contestant, as if he were trying to demean that poor guy. Yeah, that is true. And in Kanan Gill's case, he said it to Jackie Bhagnani and Nargis Fakhri, and nobody thought about it at that time. It just on internet is just that whatever becomes viral then has a life of its own. Until then, everything is status quo. But I was saying something that, yeah, about the poor guy. Okay, I don't think that guy was poor, man. I mean, he was all the contestants are they pay for going on these shows. I'm told apparently they want to be there. They want to be abused. They want to be trolled. They want to be spoken to like that. So many people. I don't know that the mindset is so different, and I mean, I would only go as far as being, if you ask me, going on Indian Idol and being trolled by those judges. But उससे ज़्यादा बेइज्जती मैं नहीं करवा सकता अपनी. Then Nina is saying he should be fined for plagiarism as well. Yeah, I guess so. Then Nandini is saying Ashish seems clean. He was in shock at Ranveer's comment. Yeah, I guess he was. He's more like a veteran in this. No, he's been around for a while, so he knows what this comment could have led to. I think he was absolutely aware. Jairam Vlogs is saying, and why Kanan Gill is getting no hate, because he's not relevant anymore. Like, where is Kanan Gill? Last, I think that guy Biswa, I met him. He had come for a stand-up comedy gig here in Dubai at Dubai Opera, and I went for that show and I met him, and I was actually surprised at the kind of stuff he did in Dubai, because in Dubai you can't say a lot of things, and if this were to have happened in Dubai, I don't know what would have happened to this guy, all these guys. Firstly, it wouldn't have happened only. So Kanan Gill is not that relevant at this point in time. Ranveer Allahabadia, sadly for him now, is very relevant, and this happened. So Tara is saying Ranveer's lines were originally spoken by Kanan Gill in 2015. Kanika is saying hi Kanika, you're a regular, right? Then Kanjawala case update, nothing. Yeah, I'll find out and I'll let you guys know. There's so many cases that have no real update. Like, one update came for Sushant Singh, by the way, which one of my team members sent to me today. But I'm not sure if it's really something I should do a video on. I'll tell you while you're asking for updates. And this is reported by Times Now. So this is what it says. So Sushant Singh Rajput finally get justice. Bombay High Court is scheduled to hear PIL, and his father, Sushant Singh's father, has expressed hope. So this news is doing the rounds. So we'll see what comes out of it. But other than that, nothing else in that case as well. Rupa is saying many vulgar questions he asked, not just that participant. Yeah. If you see, not that particular one. If you see the show, there is a lot of stuff there. I mean, now it's deleted, so slowly it's trickling in. The best way to see it is go on Twitter, on X, and type hashtag India's Got Latent or hashtag Samay Raina, and you will find. Then go to media or videos, and you will see most of these videos will come out from there. Nomad Tibet is saying, I live in NYC. What I've noticed is most of Indian influencers copying their content from Western influencers. Instead, the copy bhi dhang se nahi hota hai. Yeah, a lot of it is copied. That is true. Monica is saying Ranveer is paying the biggest price for being at Samay's show. I'm not even feeling bad for him. He's paid a price for his own stupidity. Yeah. And also, because I also feel, somewhere that he didn't deserve a lot of stuff that he was getting anyway. So if he's paying the price, I think, yeah. You sound so genuine, Ronak. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you. Okay, मैं जाऊँ अभी हो गया, I guess. You guys must be bored of me now. And if you have anything else, leave it in the comments. And yeah, I should do this more, right? I should get more people on the show, no? Last time I got Geeta. I'll get Geeta more. She's my old colleague from my NewsX days, and she's now the digital head of deputy, as in deputy news editor of News 9 Digital. Yeah. And I can get more people. Is it that I do so many things now, and because what YouTube did with me in the last year and a half, I really got very disheartened, and I moved on, and I started doing so much Instagram. And yeah, that's a story for some other day. But for now, thank you for sticking by. Yeah, some 30 people have joined. That's not bad for somebody like me, with 159,000 followers. 30 is not bad, is it? Okay, chalo, मैं जाता हूँ अभी. Thank you so much and leave your comments. Thank you so much for being there. Once, as always, I'll do a roll call of all the people who joined us through this very interesting monologue of mine. Pramod was the first one to join from Mumbai. Happy Soul from Bangalore. Then Patriotic Indian asking me if I'm covering the Champions Trophy. No. Pratik Jain has joined us. Then Raman Jeet Gill joined, and then Rupa was there. Nandini Samant very active on the chat. Monica. Then we also had Tara. We had Katie, we had John Silvernose, we had Nomad Tibet. Mummy, I'm on the live now. Then Metal Finger joined us. I think he's left already. Then who else? Who else? Monica, yeah, I already took your name. Dr. Rajesh joined us. Nina said hi. And we also had Kanika Uppal joining us. Nomad Tibet was there. Jairam Vlogs also joined us. Sorry, I said Jainam. Jainam is a friend from Mumbai. He's very popular. He's an influencer. You can find him on Instagram. And Shalina Patel has joined. First time, I loved it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please stay around. Stick around. Subscribe if you wanna. I never say these things. I find it very, very awkward. I always say these things, and I actually mean it. Good night. Good night. It's about 7:51 here in the UAE. I think Katie, you are from US now. Oh no, Nomad Tibet was from US. I think you are from India only. So it must be what 8 o'clock यहाँ पे तो 9:30 वहाँ पे 9:30 in India. Around 9:30 उसमें 10 minute कम. Okay, yeah. So the show was Geeta ji was sensible. Thanks. But somebody wrote you are boring to her. Poor thing. She WhatsApped me saying that am I boring? I said no, don't worry. People have all sorts of comments. They troll me also, so it's okay. Sometimes things do get repetitive. It's fine. Good night, Shalina Singh. I'm from Austin in Texas. Yeah, okay. I've got my US visa, but now I haven't been there. I got it last year from here in Dubai, and I've never been there. And this year I was going to go to the Sundance Film Festival. They accredited me, but they were not giving anything else like so accommodation and all. I was ready to spend on the tickets and everything, but it was in that Salt Lake City, Utah, no Utah, and but where it was happening at DoubleTree Hilton, I suppose, and it was so expensive. It was like $550 per night plus. And then also, then you guys, I don't know if you guys know, I lost my dad in December 22nd, so then I just didn't feel like going. Uh, then yeah, Sindhu is saying good. 9:22 it is okay. Shalina is saying watching while working from home. Okay. Sindhu, good night. Please contact me. Yeah, when I come to US, Texas, I don't know. It's so big. I don't even know where to go because I have no relatives there. But I'll definitely contact you. You can DM me on Instagram. It's the same review on. So at least you can guide me where to go and you'll show me around. Okay, great. Stay with us. Yeah, so sweet of you. Patel, ne Gujarati, so chalo, okay, that's not a problem. No, by the way, I can stay at anyone, so I'm fine. I'm just vegetarian, but as long as you feed me dal, chawal, roti, sabzi, I'm okay. Okay, chalo, definitely. Bye. Thank you so much, guys. Really love you all. Like, share, subscribe, do the drill. Even if you don't, it's fine. Just take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.